This mini greenhouse could be your solution to growing food all year long and maximizing production in a small space. It's inexpensive, it's easy to assemble, you don't even need any tools. My name is Lynette. Welcome to 13 Moons Homestead. Like most gardeners, I want to get the maximum production out of the space that I have to grow in. So this is one of the ways that I'm trying to extend my growing season and get as much out of each one of these raised beds as I possibly can. This is the Quictent mini greenhouse. It's available on Amazon.com. I will leave links down below in the description box. It comes in 2 different sizes. These are kind of shorter greenhouses. They're 36 inches tall. And the one that I purchased is 95 inches long and 36 inches wide. It almost perfectly fits over my 3x8 raised beds in the garden, which is why I chose that size. That particular size is $54.99 on Amazon.com at the time that this is being filmed. All the pieces are sorted in the box when it comes into separate plastic bags. It's very simple. It comes with 1 sheet of paper that has a diagram on it and a key that tells you how many pieces of everything should be in the box, so you can make sure you have all the pieces before you begin. And the diagram is labeled with letters corresponding to the key to show how it is assembled. It really is pretty simple to put together. You don't need any tools. The pieces just slide right together. Occasionally there's one that's kind of snug and you have to push it a little harder. When you're putting this together, there are no written instructions as to what order to do it in, so you can start anywhere that you want. I started at the base so that I could use it to push against when I was assembling subsequent pieces. If you're enjoying this video, consider subscribing. Hit that button below and ring the bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. I'm sharing my adventures in fiber arts and how I'm overcoming obstacles to make my homestead dreams come true so I can help you make your dreams come true too. I really appreciate that in this greenhouse kit that they kept the materials pretty minimal. It's really just the pieces and a plastic sleeve over each set of pieces, the 1 sheet of paper, and they do give you some plant markers in there, and that's it. So in the end, there's very little garbage left to throw away, just a few plastic sleeves and 2 rubber bands. Even the box could be reused if you want to turn this greenhouse into a brand new no-dig bed. Just open up the cardboard and use that as part of your first layer to cover the ground. I happen to be using these over my raised beds, kind of using them like cold frames, but you can use these on the ground or over an existing in-ground garden bed, or even on your porch if you have some potted plants or seedlings to protect. The bars are a lightweight metal, and the joints that connect them are a plastic. This greenhouse has zippers down one long side. There are 6 zippers to allow you to open 3 different flaps. You can open them all at once or just one at a time. They can roll up, and there are ties at the top to secure them so that you can work in the greenhouse or you can air it out if it's a hot summer day and you need to let some of the air escape. Also, one of the ends has a zipper that just opens straight up so that you can have access for watering or just peeking in on your plants without having to roll up a door or anything. Putting on the plastic on this greenhouse is the fussiest part. It's the only part that I might recommend that you try to get a helper for. You can see on the video I kind of had to climb inside it to get it over. It is definitely doable by one person. Just a little fussy. Also, you need to know that it does fit quite snug. So if it feels like you can't get it over the frame, then you need to check all your joints again and make sure everything is seated very, very well. If a joint is being rather stubborn, then you might need to get out a rubber mallet and bang it a little bit. But all in all, I've not had to do that. The plastic is pretty sturdy. The only drawback it has is Anywhere that it's punctured, it will tear easily, so you have to be careful around seams. But otherwise, it's thick, and I think it will hold the heat in well. One other drawback of these little greenhouses is that they don't come with any way to secure them to the ground or to a garden bed or anything. It would be nice if they had made loops that tent stakes could go through for securing to the ground or something like that. We are making do with some pipe strapping and securing it directly to our wooden beds that way, and that works just fine. I think this mini greenhouse will work perfectly to extend your growing season, to overwinter plants, and maybe even to grow greens all year long, depending on your climate. If you enjoyed this video, you might also like some of my other greenhouse and gardening content. Click on these videos right over here. Blessed be!